Guys, KingLegacy6, aka Rain. Welcome to another reaction video with Mcjuggernuggets. Well, guys, what are the saddest moments in Jesse's life? Worked on an app for almost 4 years now, which I would say upcoming 4 years because we're almost there to the anniversary of STORYFIRE. And now, due to financial problems that he can't keep up with, he has to shut it down. So as of February 1st, 2021, STORYFIRE is shutting down. So I'm not exactly happy about this, but StoryFire was one of the greatest apps I've ever had my share of using. Because when it first came out, I was actually happy because seeing Jesse's dream come true for the first time, it was crazy. But without further ado, guys, I won't be able to read the comments, so I will say what I gotta say, and I will pause on some points. Okay? So without further ado, let's take a look.
StoryFire is shutting down February 1st, 2021. I know after a statement like that, you guys are probably thinking of back when I quit YouTube just a year ago and said January 1st, 2020, I'm leaving YouTube. This is not clickbait. It's a very real video. We're having to shut down the platform. It's not an easy thing to share with you guys. It's not a big
that is true.
And I've been really
6 years, yeah. Hey guys.
To put this video to words. I encourage you to watch the entire video for those that have ever used the StoryFire platform or
Now, guys, one thing I want to... Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I want to point something out. Do you guys notice that big wad of money that's right on his desk? That must be the same money that he found from the bag and everything. Yeah, his dad was actually speaking facts because he did say that when Psycho Dad had the channel, he did say that it was going to fail, and I guess it did. You know, they say parents are always right, but sometimes they're not. And sometimes you gotta hate to say, yep, you were right. But let's take a look.
Our creators, our users, fans of me, anyone interested in the business side of things, or just how we built this company over the last 4 years, or what went wrong, please watch the entirety of this. There is a lot to unpack here, because I just want you guys to understand the business and my perspective from building it, as well as just the impossible nature of a tech startup and trying to compete with the biggest names in the biz. For some of you, this might not be a shocker. You know, I think historically over the years, people were like, it's gonna fail. Even my own dad, StoryFire stage. And granted, some of that stuff was all part of narrative, whatever, but at its core, I've always believed in StoryFire, the vision, what it is, what it can become in the future, and this is just so hard. To put it simply, why StoryFire is shutting down is we run out of money. We cannot financially support the cost of running the platform. A lot of the last 6 months has been spent trying to get financing, and this is traditionally what a tech startup would do. They try to raise money from angel investors, VCs, friends and family, pretty much anyone they can get their hands on to try and fund this big idea. For the entire duration of StoryFire, I've been the only person putting money into this thing. And I was excited for this year because this was when we were going to make a big explosion, and we did. And we took months and months of meetings with VCs, angels, you name it. And unfortunately, after 30, 35, 40 meetings, we were unable to close anything. We weren't even able to get a small bite. This came as quite a shock because I've seen so many ideas.
Guys, that's the thing about business. It's going to be hard to find somebody to buy.
With a million different excuses. Ultimately, I don't know what these investors are thinking. Unfortunately, navigating the whole VC route, we didn't receive much feedback. We'd get ghosted early on. We'd have 3 meetings, and then we'd never hear from them again. It was not a fun experience and really put me off, both Brian and I. It was definitely disheartening, but we never lost the faith, and we continued pushing StoryFire and taking more meetings. However, it's gotten to the point it's too expensive to continue running, and we have not gotten the support we needed. But we're still early on in this video. I want to just say thank you guys. Seriously.
That's crazy, guys.
All the support over the years, all the incredible idees.
I guess so.
Has been so powerful.
I thought this app was actually going to go places.
Content and other YouTube videos or
I actually thought that.
Coming over to support the vision.
I'm hoping it will be over. I really want it to be over.
Ambitious thing and risky to kind of pull away from the platforms that everyone knows and loves. And
the one thing I gotta say, guys, the one thing about owning it, when you own something like this, man, I'm trying to get over this cough, man. Guys, here's the thing: when you guys start a business or do an app like something like this, You guys got to understand that it's kind of hard. Although I never owned a business ever in my life, but all I know is that when you put something and you work your ass off, hoping that it will sell, you're hoping that big money will come. I mean, hey, there's a lot of people that have big ideas. I mean, look at Mark Zuckerberg. He created Facebook, and look at it now. It became one of the biggest things ever. It's always a one idea. It only depends on if you're able to believe it'll work.
And where all the attention is. I'm incredibly proud of what we built, but I just really had to do like a hats off to you guys. You know, it's gonna be hard seeing the logo and everything, even on the desk.
Yeah.
It's the end of an era. For those of you that have written stories, that have videos on StoryFire, just know that as of February 1st, all of them will be gone. StoryFire will be moved out of the App Store, the Google Play Store, all the reviews, everything will be gone, and the website will also be removed as well. It will just be a landing page, kind of a in memoriam, if you will. However, we didn't want you guys to be SOL, so we're exposing the video link, so you're able to take the video link and actually download that, say using like 4K video downloader. There's a bunch of programs that allow you to download videos when using the web links, and there'll also be an export feature on storyfire.com under your account, so that way you can save all your written content. Because that's one thing we didn't want. We didn't want the rug to be pulled out from everyone. We want to give everyone ample time to make sure you download your content, all your hard work.
Oh, that's nice. Get your videos off of there.
Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I want to talk a lot more personally. So the platform means a lot to me. Going back from us having hashtag Triple M on the channel, wanting to give back to small creators. This was a huge, massive extension of that. Wanting to support the independent creators, even having a refuge away from YouTube with all demonetization, the apocalypse, you know, creators not being able to create freely without censorship and navigating algorithms and stuff. We also wanted Blaze to do another monetization strategy. I wanted Twitter and YouTube under one roof, because for YouTubers it's very challenging to communicate with our audience on YouTube. It's only the comment section. So what we've really built is this Twitter YouTube hybrid with this kind of like in-app currency blockchain component to it. I still believe that the vision is possible. It's just that without funding, there's not much we can do. I want to state that I've never given up on this platform. I know you guys haven't either, and I never did. In these kind of final months,
that's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it too. Hey everyone. I'm doing good. I just got off work. I'm still trying to get over this cough, man. I want to get rid of this thing.
And unfortunately, there's not much I can do. He has the controlling majority of StoryFire, and if we can't come to an agreement on me putting more into the platform and keeping it going, then this is as far as we can go. I know it's probably unfortunate to hear, and you guys are kind of confused, and I want to try and explain everything as much as I can, but to do that, I feel like there needs to be kind of a history lesson, how StoryFire started, how it got to this point, and why it can't continue anymore. So believe it or not, StoryFire was not my idea. Back in 2016, I was doing a bunch of collab videos. We were pulling like millions of views on YouTube, every single video. Brian and I, Brian Spitz, we met doing a documentary project about the Cypher series. Became very close friends, and he came to me with an idea. In November 2016, he sent me an email. He said, hey, what if we built this platform called StoryFire? And the vision was kind of just like for writers and stuff. And I was like, hey, that's really cool. And he asked if I was willing to kind of finance it, and then it made sense also to port my audience over to it. And me being like 23, 24, and having all these viewers and this business opportunity, I'm like, that sounds good. I also had some money at the time because of all the YouTube AdSense. I'm like, all right, let's go. And I trusted Brian. I mean, he told the story of my family. So I was like, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Now, completely ignorant and naive, because I didn't know anything about running a platform or tech. You know, that much outside of
that is true, guys.
We had Bridget Studios, but I was pretty unfamiliar being a young kid.
I know, that was crazy. The Psycho girlfriend.
Something like 100 to 150 grand, which was a pretty big investment. It was around this time that I was offered a pretty minuscule amount of percentage of the company. At the time, I was just happy to get anything. I didn't know how much I was worth. So, I mean, no doubt, Brian probably saw like, hey, this YouTuber's got all these views, he's got this money, he's a young kid, let me come in and kind of port that into a platform. So it was like, all right, it is what it is. There was a mutual beneficial agreement because he knew how to design an app, or he knew that navigating that world. So I was like, okay. As the years went by, it kept getting to the point where, say, StoryFire, the writing app, in order to keep going another a few months, we needed more money. And me being me, I am so pot committed. When I do something, I really try to put my 100% into it. I bring passion and as much energy and try to bolster everyone else who's involved. I was like, hey man, don't worry about it. Let's keep it going. Like, I believe in this thing. And so I put more money in. Say a few hundred more grand. Maybe got a smaller little slice of the pot. And the writing app was great. We had a lot of great times with knockout mode, the competition, the writing. All the writing was really incredible. And then the apocalypse hit YouTube. And it was bad. Like, I had over 500 videos to monetize. I had videos removed completely from the platform, age restriction, and creator revenues dropped 90%. At the time, I was in the middle of hopefully closing a deal with Go90, which ironically is another video platform at the time, for my virtual escape. And this was like a big 7-figure deal that I was excited to sell this series. Unfortunately, they shut down. And I should have noticed, I should have like, hey, this Verizon-backed video platform just shut down. Hello? But I was like, oh, you know what? We already have StoryFire. What if we build out video on StoryFire? I could put MVE on there, not have to worry about the monetization, we can get ads, whatever. And it made sense. Every video of my virtual escape, every episode got demonetized, age restricted. The pilot got age restricted on YouTube. So putting on StoryFire made sense to build out that video, but keep in mind, that cost another few $100,000, maybe $500,000.
Damn.
The money that I lost in MVE, I was unhappy with, but I didn't make it back for ad revenue or whatever. But then I just spent another $500,000 on this platform that I only had maybe less than a quarter of. So flash forward a bit, the video's all complete, and then we ran out of money again. And I'm like, you know what? And this is a lot to my detriment. You know, I'm not blaming Brian, I'm not blaming anyone for this whole run. I blame it on my own ignorance.
Hey, I'm sure he does. It's just a matter of time.
I poured in $1 million.
$1 million? Whoa.
I'm over $3.2 million invested into StoryFire.
Jeez.
So like, dang, man, you're just trying to get
that's crazy, guys.
take advantage of people.
That's a lot of money.
You're trying to get these creators just to build your platform. I've put in every dollar I've ever made on YouTube times like 2 or 3. If I wasn't fortunate enough to have invested my money properly over the years,
he did that creator spotlight. He grabbed. He had every major YouTuber go to StoryFire, and I haven't seen a single video from any of them.
And to date, I still only have a third of StoryFire. So I really want to articulate that. You know, just this past year, I put in another $1 million, and I put in like $250,000.
Damn. And guys, you know what's bad also? You know what's bad about this? How do you get more money than that? Hey, by the views. That's how it's all by the views. When you reach 1,000 views on one of your videos, it earns you it earns you $1. But if you make over 1 million views in one day, you get $10,000. It just depends on if your followers love watching your videos over and over again, even going down the line. Oh, thanks, Dakota. Well, Dakota, unfortunately, Jesse doesn't have enough money to finance StoryFire anymore, so it has to shut down. You know what was bad about it? He even did Creator Spotlight, where he grabbed all the major creators on YouTube to come over to StoryFire. And what was bad about it is that neither of them did a video on StoryFire. All they did was just upload their recent videos, like Lance, Boogie, and Kid Behind the Camera, you name it. And they didn't put much on there.
The marketing push, and I just was gunning for this thing. I wanted to get support from an investor that believed in our product, that believed in the vision, that believed in me as a jockey. Unfortunately, and I don't know why, none of the meetings panned out. And what really sucks and hurts badly is to know that I try to keep this thing going and I've been unable to reach an agreement. It's felt like my hands are tied, and as much as I've fought for this, I know now StoryFire does have to shut down. I've fractured a lot of my YouTube audience, and unfortunately I know I've disappointed a lot of you guys, and it's probably disappointing to hear all this and that it's shut down. I love you guys for supporting the cause, for those that did, and for
COVID had nothing to do with it.
And put your work and
I have to say, you have to meet somebody in person in order to do a business deal.
This is this
But
was
doing it
actually almost going to
by
happen 2
computers
years
kind of
ago in
sucks.
2018, right at the start. We were
2018.
unsure how the trajectory of the platform, how to get people over, and then we realized we had to give creators equity, and then all of a sudden I was like, yeah, that makes sense, and then I put more money in. But we almost shut down as a platform 2 years ago, and a lot of the reason why is like even just say in the last 6 months. So if we need money, we've been doing what's known as maintenance mode, and we're conserving our resources as much as possible. So when we were doing the marketing push, I was paying like 6 figures a month to keep the platform
6 figures a month?
and like so.
Jeez, that's like
it costs so much money to get it to blow up. But through our developer costs, our server costs, paying brand deals to creators. After the marketing push ended, we sort of exhausted most of the budget. I ended up putting in, I think, 100, 200 grand more than I ever intended, and more than I even ever was compensated for with equity, just because I wanted this platform to succeed. Every month for the last 6 months, once again, was way out of our budget, and I was just putting in because I really wanted to see this thing to the end. We're even in maintenance mode. The bare minimum of what I pay just to keep the lights on is anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 a month. This is just the little skeletal structure of StoryFire.
That's a lot of money, guys.
It's another like 60 grand just to keep the lights on, and it's not doing anything. So there's obviously the question of like, look, the pandemic really messed us up a lot. Like trying to seek investment money during one of the worst times in American history and the world's history is not very good. A lot of VCs are just looking at their current portfolios. They're not trying to take on more risk, especially this kind of risk. The pandemic could get better. Things could get a lot better, say 6 months from now, but that's going to cost me, say, an additional $60,000 just for the hope that we could get there. Now, I'm down to put in actually way more, $1 million, let's go, but I can't, and I'm not about to like keep putting in money when I'm not being fairly treated or compensated for that contribution. So as much as I would even love to stay in maintenance mode for however long it takes to get there, I'm not able to do it. It's unfortunate. It really sucks. It's one of those things, guys. Like I hate to compare it to
where's this room at?
Or things that I've like quit and left, but sometimes relationships or projects they don't work out, and you gotta know when to cut your losses.
StoryFire is still there, guys, but
that, like, if I keep putting
as of February 1st, 2021, it's gonna be gone. All the stories, all the videos, everything's gone.
You just gotta keep looking ahead, and it feels.
And so much about the Blaze currency thing too.
Susan was just like popping bottles right now. All the creators are like, I called it. Yeah, well done, well done. If you're wondering why I haven't been too active on the channel and that much just in general over the years, is a lot of my time, energy, and finance has been spent on this platform. So to me, it's bitter end. Words can't express just like where my head's at. I do have to talk about this, and this is never like, I don't like bringing this up, but I feel like it's a part of the story, unfortunately. I found out that like Brian was taking some of the 30% of the StoryFire creator revenue. So StoryFire's
really?
30-70 split. Brian was dipping into that and paying himself out independently, and it really kind of broke the trust. I told him, I was like, hey, if you need some money, like that's totally fine, like go for it. But he was taking literally the entire 30% of what was intended for StoryFire for his own personal bank account.
Wow.
Really finding that out, like, really bothered me, and I get it. I get it from a standpoint of like, yo, it's been really hard to put
so wait a minute,
much
what?
In this
Brian
platform,
took some money too?
But when I saw that, I'm like, I don't know if StoryFire is really the #1 priority.
Yes, that's true. I found that out too.
I put in so
much
money, time, energy. The amount of part 1, part 2 is just pushing this thing, telling all the creators about it to join. And this project was never even really in my control. This is Brian's thing. Brian's had the company this whole time. And like I said, that might be a shock to some of you guys. You probably thought this was my thing. And very much, I really treated it like it, even though I was only, allotted a portion. And when I want to kind of really save the day and push this further, like I said,
well, that's true, guys. Jesse did say. Yeah, I feel bad for Brian too, because this was Brian's idea.
This is where it ends up. This is right where
Brian had the idea of StoryFire.
And as much as it hurts, I have to say, guys, I don't want to end this this whole video about this shutdown with a sour note. So I want to end with something nice. Thank you, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, for every creator, every user.
You're very welcome, Jesse. This was a great app.
Make changes, adaptations to the app, updates, bug fixes, you name it. To everybody on the StoryFire team, if they're watching this video, thank you. Thank you for all your hard work and all your sacrifices to make this platform. It's something that has to go down in vain like this. And thank you to Brian as well for taking
they weren't either.
And for putting
Hey, yellow
much as
fever.
we're willing to. This was not an easy road. It was grueling. It was thankless at times, and it was impossible to really share how ridiculous building a platform like this has been. There's part of me that wishes I was like transparent along the way of how this went. The closest we got was like a pretend StoryFire office series that we were like joking around about, but I never wanted to kind of bore you guys with all the business stuff. At the end of the day, I'm incredibly proud of what we built, and I'm incredibly proud of.
I wouldn't be bored about business.
Follow me over here.
Guys, the one thing about business is you gotta learn how to make money and how to spend money.
You know, pushing people to the app, and you guys have really been the saving grace of all this.
That's always the thing about it.
Hurts letting you guys down.
Money is always the thing, guys.
For the fire to succeed. A lot of you guys
StoryFire, yes.
Is there anything we can do?
Hey, I tried to get on StoryFire to do videos. I still kept losing.
Crowdfund this thing. Like, can we put in, you know, $100, $1,000? I've gotten DMs from people being like, "Yo, I'll put in like $1,000 or $2,000, and you know, maybe we all."
I thought it was a great app.
Like,
but I wanted to try to do some videos on there. I'm upset because, you know, I really wanted to do some videos on there. I mean, doing all these trailers and everything, but although I didn't get in. So technically, the company, his app is running out of money. So, but Jesse needs money for himself in order to live. Also, guys, he also bought that house.
So I don't want to make the decision before we tried it. Let's say we raised.
Remember, guys, he bought that house for $1.something million.
A few months, and we're gonna run into the same issue. Like I said, it really has to be into the 7 figures. And say even me putting in another $1 million, that would carry us another year.
But you know what, guys? Hey, it was a great run.
These investors we talked to
I think we gotta give Jesse a hand, knowing that, you know, Brian had the idea of StoryFire, but these guys were able to keep this app alive.
99 cents for the platform. I didn't agree with that. I don't like that at all. To charge you guys, the fan, I would never agree with that. I don't want that to be.
I actually wrote.
Make a dent. It's not even.
Hey, did you guys see this tweet that Brian actually put in a week ago? He said, "Would you guys spend 99 cents a month for StoryFire?" 25.4% people said hell yeah. 74.6% said hell no. So I don't see why Brian actually put that up there. But think about this. Do you know how many users? How many users are on StoryFire? And think about how much 99 cents would be. And that is a shitload of money, guys.
Gonna matter. He also said something about selling StoryFire on eBay. I'm like, what are we talking?
Hey, I hear you, man. I tried, Ultron. It was just tough for me to get on.
Thinking of like, what's the best? How can we save this thing? How can we salvage this? Unless somebody inherited, $2 billion from their dead uncle, or something got it from some Arabian prince, we're screwed. And I've carried this monkey on my back for so long. I would have thought by now somebody else, anyone, would have come in with some money and hooked it up. I'm excited for the future. My finances will now be, for the first time in almost 4 years, I can make money again. I'm not losing money.
Make money, and it's all for you, not for an app or anything, guys.
Business-like, and it's just not very fun for me. I never got into any of this stuff to like become a businessman, or even the financial side of things. It was never innately, this was never organic to me. So I'm excited to get back and flex those creative muscles, get back to what we used to do on YouTube and across all the platforms. Finally, I feel like there'll be a huge weight lifted off my chest. If any of you creators coming over from StoryFire back to YouTube or these other platforms, or maybe you never left, reach out to me, or I'm always down to help you guys. I'll always fight for the creator in any way that I can. Believe that. And I hope me doing this whole video and hearing how much I put in, all this sacrifice, you really believe it and understand that. I could really use the support right now, guys. It does feel like 3.5, 4 years just kind of going down the drain, and there's.
Hey, it was a good 3.5, 4 years.
God, I can only imagine.
Hey guys, type type yes that it was a great 3.5 to 4 years of a long-running app. A dream that Brian came up with, but then Jesse helped out with it.
I learned so much. I learned so much about the business world and
and
cap tables and valuations and how to build a tech startup and all.
Do you guys believe this was the best? That it was a great long run. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I don't use it much. Yeah, that's okay, Slim. At least you're honest. Yes, it was a great app. Good. Yes. Good job, Outlaw.
But we're like aware of it. and
Yes,
like wanted
Dakota.
to see
Yes,
how it panned
the
out.
app
We were
has
just
been way
invested in
longer than
seeing what
3
would
years.
happen with
He
it.
said
It
4 years,
probably
so we'll
probably
take
would not
that.
go anywhere.
Yeah, Adam.
And it was
It
unfortunate.
was
I
just,
do wish
yeah,
more
it was
creators
just,
had supported an
damn.
ambitious attempt at an alternative. And I wanted to
I
speak
joined. It
just about
says
the big tech
I
monopolies and
joined
like
in
is
when
something like
it
this
was
still
released on
possible? If
Christmas
there's
in
other people thinking
2017
about going
for
down
beta,
this
I
road, I
believe,
really like what
or was
Vivian
it
did when Vivian shut
2016?
down. They discussed if
It could be either one.
hope for a video alternative, and we spoke with
It
those
could be either
founders and
one,
took
but
some
either
lessons.
way,
I know it's
I
possible. Of
I
course, it's
put that in
possible to
there.
have an alternative video platform. You do have to have some network effect, and we were the closest thing. I felt like we had all these influencers attached. We were giving them equity into the platform. Unfortunately, we just ran out of money. It's gonna take somebody with a lot of financial infrastructure to support a platform like this. We had a lot of great conversations with Comcast over the last 6 months. It's gonna take somebody like them or somebody with tens of millions and an Amazon or somebody to take a chance on a platform like us and give us the resources we need.
That's
Pull off
true.
something miraculous with the budget that we've had. I know it's possible. I think we're leaning into blockchain a lot. Cryptocurrencies growing exponentially. To tie a social video platform into the blockchain so that users are tokenized and incentivized to perform every action possible. Then I think something like this can be achieved. We really took this thing as far as we could. Maybe we just didn't meet the right person or whatever. But I laid my cards on the table.
Meet the right person.
And, I feel like
Yeah, I joined the beta version. It was free. It was when I saw the beta version on my Google thing, I was like, okay, I'm getting it.
It just doesn't make sense. It's really felt like I poured millions of dollars, my entire audience, into Brian's platform, and I feel like I haven't been growing anything organic to me whatsoever. It's
Now you guys can see why he posted all the
buying a camera, Keemstar,
Yeah.
Yeah. Game Drops,
Yeah.
Brett Stewart, everyone that we had, all the big creators that did a brand deal for the marketing push, all our top users. If I don't mention you by name, just know we did do a relight, a STORYFIRE relight that really paid homage to you guys. But if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't have made it this far. It sucks. Blaze the fish literally just died, and I always knew like symbolically like this would happen, and it's just like crazy how this plays out. I swear my life is like one big grand old opera or something. This is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, remember the fish Blaze died.
Say, guys, please drop some
Maybe that was an omen. Guys, maybe that was an omen when that fish died. I think it was an omen that something's gonna die next.
If there's some random investor watching.
That's weird. Sorry guys, the reason why I paused it because I keep hearing a voice. Eh. But anyway, guys, hey, 3.5 to 4 years. It was it was tough, but hey, it was a great long run.
Yo, what's up? But I'd say there's definitely a trust break with the founders, and honestly, I think it's time to move on with this. Obviously, if like somebody was like, "Yo, we got 10 mil," I'm like, "Hey, yo, all right, I'm ready. Let's get it going."
Or maybe go find another bag of money.
Like this is gonna be floundering.
Hey guys, maybe you should find another bag of money.
For me and anyone else who tries to jump in.
Or maybe find what's around that property.
Collective of a bunch of investors.
Maybe that's what he needs.
We did have
right,
some
guys?
creators wanting to invest in this round. It wasn't like a crazy big amount.
It's just this. Hey, 2021 just started, guys.
Once again, we'd hit the wall, and we'd need financing again. I really considered having them be a part of it.
Yeah, we were really looking forward to that.
But ultimately, we didn't.
Yeah, it was going to be a cash feature of the Blaze.
It sucks. The creator team that came together and wanted to put in money, love you guys for that, but I wanted to speak to that just a bit more. The creator money, once again, it wouldn't take us very far. These are some edgy creators that have kind of been pushed out from YouTube, so it's actually really incredible this far down the line that now
man, I gotta get rid of this cough, man. This cough's driving me crazy.
And hearing the creators,
I'll get better, guys. But guys, tomorrow, I am still closing tomorrow, but Tuesday, I will play Spider-Man. Okay, guys?
Throw in and believe in this vision was really validating.
So Finn is the Tinkerer.
They're showing me the respect of believing in my thing, and I want to show them the respect, being, hey.
So that means I gotta fight my best friend.
Because if it was, we'd be rolling, we'd be going for it. I can't. So I appreciate all your guys' ideas and all your guys' support in that, but just know it's just not in the cards. I feel like there's so much more I would love to share with you guys. This is as much as I can share right now. We have like 10 days, a week left of
not enough money.
To see it in the social
not
media.
Enough money.
Save all your your content if you don't already have backups. You know,
Yep. Well,
love to
hey,
just,
now
push
he
the
can make
final
money for
goodbye on the
himself
fire. You know,
and
social posts and
save
DMs.
some
It
money
sucks what
for
happened
something
with Blaze
bigger.
and Blaze Cash Out. It's just unfortunate. A lot of people really invested, you know, wanting to like give away Blaze, donate Blaze, and hold on to their Blaze for cash out. It's just
See?
it just sucks. And just know, as hard as it is, probably for you guys, it feels that same way for us. So we're all in this together as a StoryFire community. If we ever meet each other in public and you're part of the OGs, just give me a little stay lit. But thank you, everyone that gave us a chance. I'll probably unpack some more of the financial stuff on the Jesse Tyler channel, so be sure to go subscribe into that. I can break down the $3 million, even the fact that like I would be spending.
Yeah, how could you spend that much for an app?
Keep this platform
That's the
going,
thing,
much,
guys.
like, all the devs, like,
If you're putting money in on something that's not selling, that means that you should stop doing it, because the more money you spend,
I'm sticking right here.
the more money you put in it, the more you're gonna lose.
On YouTube and all these other platforms. And to be honest, like, YouTube has definitely improved. The demonetization, I have been hit by that. It's still a lot of similar issues from before, but I'll always love this platform, and I'm excited to be back. I just probably can't be doing any bloody or guns or anything crazy on here. Guys, I'm talking in circles with rambling. I just really don't want this to end. It's just so hard. Love you, Jay-Z Death. And don't forget to keep it rigid. And most importantly, let's stay lit.
Let's stay lit, guys. Hey, show me some fire, guys, on the chat. Actually, you know what? Let me do something. Bonfire. Okay, Google, turn off kitchen light. Well, guys, StoryFire has come to an end. I gotta say, guys, it's really upsetting knowing the fact that all that hard work and determination that Jesse actually pulled out. You know, hey, also, I think it was 2 years ago. I think it was a year. I think it was a year later, or maybe it was that same year when I met Jesse on StoryFire. I met Jesse at VidCon on the next day. That's when they released StoryFire, and it was great, showing that he had a letter saying that you saw how Jesse was happy about it, right, guys? It was one of the craziest things ever. Great memories. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find that. You know, hey, that actually looks cool right there. This bonfire thing. It makes you just want to just relax. Mcjuggernuggets, VidCon. Mcjuggernuggets, VidCon. That's not what I want, damn it. Mcjuggernuggets, VidCon. Ah. Mcjuggernuggets, VidCon. See right there. Oh, this was last year. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Last year?
Hey there, Jay's Girl Pet.
Wait a minute. This was put out a year ago? Oh, hold on a second. I think this video came out on StoryFire, guys, if you guys remember. Because if you guys remember, last year this was on StoryFire. Let me see something for a sec. Right there. Here we are, right here, guys. See? Take a look.
Hold this, Mike. It's not your day, buddy. Yeah, let's see. So this is better than the 100K YouTube play button, I've been told. I have not seen this yet.
Look at all these guys.
StoryFire award. You get the 100,000. My dad is nowhere near. All right, let's see. You want to read that? There's a special. Yeah. There's a special note.
Look at guys.
Hey, Jesse, congrats on breaking 100,000 subscribers on StoryFire. What's up? You were bigger than average Ninja Stream, but still shorter than him. And Brian, you were bigger than MetLife Stadium in New Jersey and older, but not as old as Brian. You look good in a dress, but not as good as Brian. Sharing your storytelling with over 100,000 people is truly special. This is the community where you can genuinely express yourself. The copy, you don't
Step 10, spit mad truths.
Copy trends, clickbait, or burnout to grow your audience. You can share your creations with the world, and most importantly, all your
There you go. Yeah. I think that's crispy corn right there, guys. I met almost every YouTuber over there, and let me tell you, it was the best. All right, guys, and here it is. There it is, right here.
Let's get some hype. Let's get some hype.
Wow. See that, guys? The award for hitting 100,000 subscribers. Hey, that's Noel.
Special moment. Thank you guys for all supporting STORYFIRE, for supporting the Mcjuggernuggets, our channel's Stick by the Camera, all the creators on here. We're gonna grow this big and big. We're gonna be massive, guys. I believe it. I believe in you guys. Let's keep the fire lit, yo! Oh wait, there's more. What? We have the first STORYFIRE creator. Check.
Check.
Wait, for real? That goes to you. That goes for all them.
How much?
We're supposed to be sharing our YouTube channel. Please. $2. Oh my! How many digits? How many digits? $14,000! That is more than YouTube in 1 month. Holy crap! Wow!
Hey, there's Brandy. I can see Brandy from here.
Oh my God!
I thought she was taller.
Thank you guys so much. That's not all. We actually got a bunch of merch. We got a bunch of merch. Get the bracelets out. We're like zombies. We're like zombies.
Look at that, guys. That, see right there, that is very memorable.
Let's do the check. Let's do the check. I don't want your money. It's free. I do.
Look at that, guys. Guys, look at that. See that? Look at that. Hey, VidCon was the best, guys. It was the best. It was the best feeling ever, knowing that. Move the mob. Everybody had to move because they weren't supposed to stay at that specific spot for a long period of time. But hard to believe, guys. Look at that. All that. It sucks, but you know what, guys? It was one of the craziest things ever. Let's see. Yep, Noelle. I had a feeling that was her. My virtual escape fan meetup. I wonder. Oh, guys, this was a day. This was on a Saturday. And unfortunately, I wasn't there, guys, because I had to go home. We had to catch our plane. And, you know, I wish I was still there. Mcjuggernuggets, VidCon, King Link 86. Mcjuggernuggets. Oh, come. Give me a break. You know, this thing has to be accurate. Mcjuggernuggets, King Link 86. I'm just gonna spell it. Give me a break. But you know what, guys? It was everything I thought it was going to be when I went to VidCon for the first time. It was actually great. King Link 86. Here I am. Now, space. VidCon. Right there. See that, guys?
Express up next.
Well, guys, I actually went to IHOP to get some breakfast, and I head over to VidCon. And believe it or not, hey, when I got there, I had to go get my bracelets, And my badge. I looked at the whole area there, and look at this.
Action products. Now I just feel good and be a gold member. Well, guys, I met another Twitter friend, Brittany Duke. Yeah, BB Films on YouTube. How do you like the year so far? Yeah. Yeah, she just got here. I got here yesterday. All right, guys, somebody's screaming. I wonder who's here.
Yeah, see, I was with these YouTubers, guys. This was the best.
Who's screaming? What was the screaming about?
Right here, guys. Here it is, right here.
Happy he's over here. False alarm, guys. Jesse. Hey, Jesse, what are you doing, man?
See, look at that, guys.
Finally.
This is King Lake right here. I finally get to meet this dude. He's been doing reaction videos since this Dawn of the Psycho series. So to meet you, my friend, means
I met Crispy Crumb, met him,
It's an honor meeting.
also Nick too.
This is, you know what? I almost gave up doing this a long time ago, back in 2014. But when I saw your series, saw how you never gave up as a psycho kid, pushed me to be the best. And I want to thank you for that. It means a lot to me, man.
Yeah, well, and look at this. I met Swift. I mean, come on, that was the best ever, guys. And this is what I actually did not notice. And this is what I did not notice right here.
Hey, Jesse, he says he thought you.
This is where he actually signed my shirt.
I made this.
He signed my shirt, and that was one of the best ever. I have it framed, so you might see that in my stream room when I get there. So actually, let me see. No, I think it's this video right here.
Hey, you guys.
Actually, no, it's not. It's not that one. Mcjuggernuggets Boogie. Stupid. Mcjuggernuggets Boogie VidCon. Mcjuggernuggets Boogie. Little Boogie. This thing sucks. You know that, guys. I got an idea. This makes it a lot easier because here's the thing, guys. Because I actually found out that Swift actually did more video on at Comic-Con. Now let me see. It is the one. This one.
Hey there, James.
Watch. See right here. Right here.
Yeah. Sick. Yeah. Where's everyone else at? They're all waiting. All right. I don't want to be ignorant, so I'll probably make our way over there.
See, look at it. This was cool right here.
This is King Lake right here.
See, look at that.
Finally get to meet this dude. He's been doing reaction videos since the Dawn of the Psycho.
I know. I had a fun time.
You, my friend, means a lot, a great deal to me. So
No, it's an honor meeting you, man.
this is
You know what? I almost gave up doing this a long time ago, back in 2014. But when I saw your series, saw how you never gave up as a psycho kid, pushed me to be the best. And I want to thank you for that. It means a lot.
See, look at that.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Covered, yeah.
See, I see. These are the same YouTube.
Hey, what's up, dude? Nice conversion there behind the back. What's up, guys? No Yankees?
Yeah, Yanks TV. I met him. I didn't know that.
Where's the knife at? Not this year. I'm not gonna get away with that this year.
See, look at Nick.
Second place.
Better than last place.
That's true.
See that, guys? Look at that. I didn't even see right there. I did not realize that I met Nick. I mean, look at that. We were all talking. Look at that. It was one of the best days ever. But Now, guys, after that, I stayed there for about 2 or 3 o'clock. I had to leave because I was good. I let you guys know I actually went with my brother, his wife, and my nephew on this trip because they were going to Disneyland. So I also put in money to go to Disneyland. Also, we went to Disneyland. We saw Fantasmic. We rode rides. It was one of the best times ever, and that was one vacation I'll never forget. And guys, that was the most amazing part. But damn, Storyfire, you live long, the fire will still burn. And I think you guys, I make sure that keep that fire lit inside yourself, because nothing will put that out. The only person that can put out the fire that's inside you is yourself. So keep believing, guys. We will see it. Hey, something will happen. Who knows? Maybe we'll resurrect. Hey, like the phoenix, it dies, but it gets reborn, but in the flame. Actually, that's very poetic, but I don't know. Jesse said it a lot better than me. Alright, guys. Hey, it is almost midnight for me. I gotta get some sleep. So, guys, that was a good video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more reaction gameplay. Drop some likes if you enjoyed this. Just do some likes for Storyfire, please. That was a great app. I wrote some good stories. I wish I would have done some videos, guys, but I tried. Although, hey, either way, it was great while it lasted. Alright, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to stay positive, and you guys have a great night, and get some sleep. You guys should go to bedtime.